Hello, everybody. We got a 15-second delay. Can you hear me right now? Give me a thumbs up. That was at 6 seconds. I'm not sure how this goes. It really works very weird. I got to tell people there is a 15-second delay. You must understand it because when people start their shows up, we're missing the first 15 seconds of their show. People that might not realize it, but you actually are. You're actually missing the first 15 seconds. So let's start. Must have coffee. Hello, everybody. Hope that you guys are well. All right, back again. Back again. What craziness? I don't know. There's YouTube is enormous. YouTube is a big space, so I don't know where there's craziness. None in mine. I don't know. So I'm not. I'm not. You know, back again. I'm not sure what space you're meaning. Are you talking about the drama channels, or I kind of stay in my lane, so I don't really go back. I don't really go in and out. Joey Dell, how you doing this morning? Looking for Joey Melrose. See if Joey's around. He's battling the demon right now. So, and I'm just having my coffee, starting my day off. Hope everybody is well. It's a beautiful morning. It is a beautiful morning. We are getting into. It looks like spring already. It looks like spring already. So yeah, yesterday I hosed down a stoop for the first time. YouTube is like a box of chocolates. Yeah, we had a fun time this morning on Todd Father's show. I have no idea. Things go in a lot of different directions. Craziness, huh? Fun stuff though. Fun. It's Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Some things we take from our past, we think of them on Thursdays now because somehow through social media, Thursday was coined Throwback Thursday. So on the Facebooks and all that other shit, people post memories. Hello, Arlene. People post memories, throwback pictures. They make fun of people. It's great. It's fun stuff. So that's the story there. Yeah, Throwback Thursday. Could you imagine all the things you can do if you went back in time? But do you really want to go back in time? I don't want to change anything that happened. As bad as some of it was, I got to be honest with you, I don't want to change anything that happened. We are here for a reason. Something led us to where we are right now. That could be in a job, that could be on here, wherever it is. Throwback Thursday. Take it back to a different, simpler time. Well, if things were so simple, we may not be here together, guys. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. We all came across each other because of life's happenings. One day you said, let me subscribe. One day you said, let me check out this YouTube thing. One day you said, let me get a computer. One day you logged on. Hello there, Fancy Nancy. Nancy, I think they were thinking I split my head open last night. I mean, I got cut. I didn't split my head open. I think on a show this morning, I think they thought that they weren't in our show last night. So, but a few years ago, I walked into a tree while I was texting and I sliced my forehead. But we were talking about that last night. So that wasn't last night. We spoke about it last night. I changed my love life. That's for sure. I don't think I would, Arlene. It's all part of our story. Write it out. It looks pretty good. Whatever happened in our lives also led us to where we are right now. So it's very interesting. I don't think I would change anything. But I don't know. Who knows? It's hard to say. No regrets. No regrets. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Yeah, I know. That's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I think I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But now the snow will melt quick, so it won't stay around for long. The thing is, when you get snow in January and it stays cold, it stays around to like March. But if we get snow now, it's probably going to melt very quickly. It will melt very quickly because the ground is warm. You might get a deep freeze, but unless we get a blizzard, you know, unless we get a blizzard, we should be okay. Although I love a blizzard and I like being snowed in, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I don't know. But let's take it. It's a sin for the There's a thing called ice boat racing. Not many people might not know about it, but it's called ice boating. It's very interesting, and they need ice to do it. Red Bank. There's a it's like a members only country club for ice boating. It's called. You know. Oh yeah. So that's it. Thursdays are good. You get that vibe. You get that feeling. The weekend is here. It's almost here. I don't know. Is it? Is it not? Thursday's a good day. Every day's a good day. I love what I do. I love every aspect of life right now. Other than maybe some money situations, I really have no complaints. I can't complain. Why complain? Get down on it? Can't do it. Cannot do it. It will it sets you backwards. You got to try to keep on moving forward. So, I mean, other than temporary money constraints, is that it? I can't really say I complain. This is an activity that I do. I put this in my life. It takes up some time where I would be having coffee anyway and having a glass of wine anyway. So why not push live, right? So that's all I do. That's all I do. I don't have a goal here. I don't have a. This is it. Basic stuff. So I found this platform to occupy my coffee hour, my coffee break, instead of scrolling through the Facebooks and looking at all the same repetitive nonsense that's there. And no one cares on Facebook. Look at your comments. Nobody cares. Look at your likes. Nobody cares. You know, you go through Facebook. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I use Facebook for a couple things: funny shit and wrestling, because I have a lot of people that follow wrestling from all different parts of the world, all different parts of the country. Not really the world, but why complain? Nobody listens. Be positive and get on with it. Yes, Joey. Though nobody cares. Nobody cares. Everybody's doing their thing. Facebook, people scroll. Nobody gives a shit. Your kid graduated with honors. Your such and such got accepted. Nobody cares. The good thing about it is when you have, the good thing about the social media is you can reach out for help in certain aspects. Like, I know a lot of people. So if somebody says their air conditioning is broke or whatever, they need their driveway plowed or something like that. I'll hook them up with somebody or something like that. It's good for traffic. It's good for traffic. So there's good things like that. But personal stuff, nobody gives a fuck that your kid made the honor roll. I'm sorry, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that you're in Aruba. Nobody gives a fuck that you're in Aruba. Who gives a fuck and why are you saying it anyway? Nobody cares. But it's true, no one cares. I don't. People get delusions that people care that you're at sushi lounge on a Wednesday with your girls having the best sushi you ever had. Nobody gives a fuck. Show your tits, they'll look. Otherwise, they're going to keep on scrolling. If the girl ain't showing her tits, they're just going to keep on scrolling. It's just a fact. Don't tell me it ain't a fact. And when somebody is ill, of course, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Show your tits, you'll get the likes. Talk about your kids on the road, nobody cares. My Aunt Tilly needs prayers. You might get a few. You know? Ugh, that's it. It's just stupid. Nobody uses it. I'm in Aruba. Come rob my house. Exactly, Patricia. I mean, nobody gives a fuck that you're in Wildwood. Nobody cares. Now, if I'm in Wildwood at a wrestling tournament, I may post it. That's only because I have friends that are involved in wrestling, and we have a system that we use on Facebook. So there's messages there that nobody's going to understand, and we don't give a fuck that nobody understands. We understand it. Such and such is on mat 3. He's wrestling such and such from Del Barton, right? And we follow. You know, these are things. When my son was wrestling, I posted a lot of it because my family in Italy, my mother's family in Italy, they like to watch it. Said he would be able to watch my son wrestling in New Jersey or Pennsylvania or New York, wherever, and they would be in another country and they would be able to watch. But overall, nobody gives a fuck. The Throwback Thursdays, they could be funny. They could be funny. But Facebook, I mean, nobody cares. How about the ones that constantly post their grandkids' photos and videos? Yes, nobody cares, Patricia. I hate to sound insensitive, but nobody gives a fuck about our grandchildren. Nobody cares about our grandchildren. I don't have any. And if I post it, it's for my mother to see. If I post something about my kids, it's not for the Facebook community, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, Facebook community. It's for my mother to see. Or my aunts. I got old aunts, elderly aunts and uncles. It's for them. It's not for attention from the fake world of fake book. You understand? People take it way too seriously. They're delusional. YouTube's fun. You post videos, this, that, the other thing. And you're reaching a whole different world. YouTube is a different world. You cannot relate it to Facebook. YouTube, they're going to say you're a fucking liar. You're not 40, you're 60. Then YouTube, they'll call your shit out. They don't give a fuck. YouTube, they'll call your shit out. You got to watch what you say. Every word that you say in every show, you have to watch what you say because they'll tear your ass apart. They'll expose you. One day they'll just say, ding, ding, ding. Okay. She's in such and such a chat. She's a fucking liar. Let's dig her up. They will destroy you. Everything is findable. Facebook's a little different. Facebook's a little more personal, I think. YouTube, it's a gun range. Yeah, Dingo, yes, I know. You can't lie. People have lied about so many things here, and then I get a message. You see such and such, she lied about that shit. Did you see what that fucking asshole just lied about? Did you see that blatant lie? Everybody knows what she did. How is she saying that? Or he, whatever it might be. But I'll get a call about the YouTube communities, and they're like, did you imagine this motherfucker? Her credibility is shot. His credibility is shot. He's a liar. She's a liar. It's crazy. But people, you cannot lie. Especially in the world of doxing, because I can go to Google's, like I said, punch in my name, and you know what year I graduated, where I was born, where I lived, who my mother-in-law was, who my children are, who my grandchildren are. And then you go on here and you say, well, I don't have children. I was never married. I don't pay alimony. It's all there. Kick cuts. Facebook, a little different. YouTube, you got to tread lightly unless you don't give a fuck. I personally don't give a fuck. TT, hello. Good morning, TT. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. People give a fuck. Yeah, people do give a fuck. So if we lie about it, people do, Ralph. People give a fuck about all of this stuff. They nitpick all of this stuff. Yes, they got all our information. Everything about us. They're waiting for us to slip up, and then they're going to embarrass us. I don't mean me and you. I'm talking about people in general. No, I don't give a fuck. People do give a fuck, and people live for this. Doxing is like a job. Do you know such and such? Arlene in Tommy Stigs chat? She said that she's 20. She's really 40. Did you see TT? She said he has one kid. Well, she has three. Two out of wedlock. One that she's collecting child support. Another one he's paying alimony. I'm just using fake things, but it's all there. It's all findable, and people live to do these things daily. Facebook is a little different. It can be a little more personal, but then on Facebook, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares that you like that song, that you like that dish, that you made that pasta fazool, that I made that broth. Nobody cares on Facebook unless you're in a group. Now, if you're in a group, I'm in a cooking group, right? And I'll post stuff in the cooking group. And we talk about it. I'm in a wrestling group. We're in that Bloomfield Avenue group. Now, if you're in groups like that, it's a different story. But your personal bullshit Facebook, nobody gives a fuck that your grandchildren made the honor roll. I'm just speaking how it is. It's so true. Well, Patricia, the Facebook is different. But YouTube, you don't understand the world of YouTube that you're actually in. This is bad. This is a bad place, YouTube. I've seen bank accounts get hacked, social security numbers posted, and these are innocent people. They never bothered anybody. I've seen it all. I've seen full police reports financials. I've seen full, how do you say, a biography of people. I'm sure you all have seen it. Well, maybe some of you have not because you might be new to this thing. But you better tread lightly on here because they will fuck you up here. I know, wise up. But the point is that they do it indeed. They'll do a show about TT. I'm just using a fake thing. They'll do a show about the wine guild, and people will be interested in it. Look at this guy. Look at this girl. And they'll do a show about it, and it gets traction. Look, if the goal is traction and attention on YouTube, whatever gets attention and traction on YouTube, they're going to go for it because it's a business. It's all fun and games till someone's in your driveway one day. Exactly, Dean Dillon. We've seen it. We've seen MRE bring the smack down. He busted that kid up. He busted him up. He slapped the shit out of that guy, MRE. No joke, man. No joke. Now, I would never, someone losing his not. I would never get into an altercation. I would never say, oh, I'm tough, come and find me. You know, I grew up in Belleville and I can handle it. I don't do any of that shit. I'm humble about it. I'm quiet. I don't say much about it. VPN is not protected. We've seen a guy on here break through VPNs. I'm not going to mention the show, but we've seen people break VPNs. You think a VPN is safe, Ralph? It's not safe. VPN. Using it now. I can use it right now, but I don't use a VPN because it's not safe. You're not safe. Hey, MB, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Just talking about how on the social media nobody gives a fuck about anything. Especially on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all that other bullshit. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. You know, your kid went to the prom. Nobody cares. And on the YouTube space, it's very, very dangerous. You better be prepared to be exposed. It's very simple. And you know about this very well. Lauren, you know about this very well. This is a world where people live to expose. And it could be about nobody. You know? They love to do it. It's a job for them. They thrive off of it. Hey, everybody, it's a sense of purpose, right? Oh, TT, yeah, we had fun this morning. So people thrive off that. So if it gets them views and some traction, they're going to post about you. You might think you're a nobody, but they're like, let's see this guy from South Jersey. Who was he married to? Who's his wife? Who's her husband? Who is she married to now? Who is he dating? Where did he go? What's his financials? They got everything. And VPN does not protect you from it. And you could say that, it is, but we've seen a guy on here break through the VPN. Remember, Dindu? You know the guy I'm talking about, right? He broke through VPNs and put all that shit out there. Remember? Emptied the bank account. Do you remember that, Dindu? Yeah. So we get calls. This one lied. That one lied. She's a cunt. She's a whore. He's a trash can. He's a liar. We see. Oh, yeah. Remember that thing, dude? There was a VPN. When Ralph said it, that's why I'm saying it. Exactly. Yeah, we had fun on Top Father this morning. That was great stuff. So look, here's what we do here, guys. We just shoot the shit about this and that. It was so much fun this morning. Yeah. So we've seen people break through the VPNs, Ralph. Oh my God, Todd Father. I'm totally different right now. You see? I had no clothes on. Ay, ay, ay. We got to play that thing, do I mean, just play the whole show this afternoon. We could do a whole show just playing Todd Father's show. Stephen, hello. Hope you are well. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So I just want to wise you all up because nobody is protected. And don't be surprised if one day you log on to YouTube and it's all about you. Me. I've been spoken about on other shows in depth. In depth. Well, Buffalo Billy, 2 times I got your presents. I feel honored. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Oh, I'm loving my new work schedule, man. This is excellent. I can do this cozy in my spot. Yeah, be all beeps. There was a lot of swearing. I didn't curse though. I wouldn't disrespect your show. Stigs, what made you think about this topic today? Uh, about which topic? Exposure? Doxing? That kind of stuff? I don't know what made me think of it. I see no evil. I can't get inside my own brain. I just rattle shit off. I have no idea. Something maybe in the chat. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know where it came from. Yeah, my work schedule is a little different. I don't know. It does come up. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it comes up. Wise up or see no evil. I don't. I think I hear it a lot on other shows. Possibly. I don't know where I hear it. It might have been a conversation I had last night with somebody. I can't explain to you what comes out of my head. Either it's enjoyable or it's not. What I do is just gab. I gab and I gab and I gab and I talk and I don't know where the conversation's going. But it seems to go okay. I got 25 people hanging out with me, so I have no idea. I cannot answer the question of where my topics come from. They just come off my head. I don't know. VPN, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look in the chat. Somebody sparked this. Don't know how. I don't know. Maybe I saw somebody on here. Don mentioned it. Okay, yeah, I guess. I have no idea. Wise up. I have no idea where my topics come from. I apologize. That's why. So we can do this one way. Either we come on with a topic and stick with it, or we just come on and I do it raw dog, just like this. I like to do raw dog. I'm never lost for words. I can always come up with something. So I can, once in a while I'll come on with a topic and talk about it. I put it in the headline, but I don't use bait. You know what I mean? I just say, let's chat about this and that. And if people come, they come. I guess. Oh yeah, it's terrible to see no evil, but we've seen it, right? Cause we've seen him dox. Well, I think Ralph said VPN, but we've seen that one guy get through a ton of VPNs. Nobody's protected, guys. There's nothing that you can do on here that's going to protect you. I don't care about antiviruses, VPNs. These people are young and they're tech savvy and they break through. And we have seen full profiles put up on screens. And it could be someone just as simple as Teresa Murphy. Seriously. They'll go into Teresa Murphy's business and put her shit right on the screen. You guys have no idea what YouTube world. Oh, we went with this because we were talking about the differences between Facebook and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, you kind of know your people. YouTube is a different world filled with all kinds of miscreants and nice people. Everything is here. On your Facebook, it's a little bit different. You kind of have a personal connection. But those people still don't give a fuck about you or anything that you're doing, any of your accomplishments. Nobody gives a fuck except maybe 10 people that are very, very close to you. So that's where it came from, See No Evil. It came from the differences between the Facebook world, the Instagrams, and YouTube. Two totally different worlds. See no evil. Every time there is something new, a criminal figures it out immediately. I'm going to give you a good example. I'm going to give you a great example of how everything is breakable and nothing is foolproof. Okay? There was a guy in South Florida who was building the boats to run drugs back and forth, right? He was running the drugs back and forth from Florida, from the coast of South Florida, right? This guy was building boats, and every time he built a speedboat, the feds would try to build a faster boat or a boat that could catch him. And guess what? You like that setup? Ralph, everything could be broken. There's nothing foolproof. There's nothing foolproof. They break everything. How do you think they break into NASA? They break into everything. And unless you're up to speed with today's technology, still going to school about it, you can be hacked. Everybody can be hacked. Oh, you did see it. Well, I know that my friend bought his boat. Okay, check it out. So this guy used to build the boats going back and forth from Florida to wherever the droves are coming from, and he would build these speedboats. And he would do aerodynamics, this, that, the other thing, right? And the government would build another boat, try to get him, right? Express VPN, yeah. The ones that are telling you to do it are the ones that can break it. So, we've. Don't you see the hook here? The ones that promoted her have. Look, this is my story. Let me finish real quick. So the boats, he would build a boat, and then the government would try and build another boat. And they could never catch this guy going back and forth with drugs. He built a speedboat. He put aerodynamics in there. Beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, bop. Finally, he got pinched. He got 10 years. The government said to him, look, you don't have to be a rat, an informant, or anything like that. We just need you to build the boats for us. This guy got out of prison and he started building boats as a living for the government. Not trying to target any organization, not trying to anything else. And Pantera. The boat is called Pantera. My friend bought one of these boats for $189,000, and we used to go in the Gulf on this boat. It was a speedboat. It was crazy. It was $189,000. He bought it, and we named it the H2Ho. You can look that up. H2Ho on YouTube. It's a speedboat. Pantera 36 footer. The government hired this guy once he was incarcerated to build better boats for him. Everything is breakable. You did see it. Wow. Well, if Pantera, yeah. No, Pantera is a boat. Pantera is a speedboat. If you go in, if I could post a video, you'll see me in a boat on the water with my friend. We're in a, what do we call it? The boat thing. Uh, no, they can get through everything. Nobody's protected. H2Ho. Yes, that's what we called it. H2Ho. And do you remember me being on that boat in South Florida? Anthony might remember. He might not. H2Ho. Let me see. I got a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Let me see if I can find this. You guys talk. But my point is everything is breakable. All right, hold on a minute. Poker run. We were in a poker run, it's called. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Hold on a minute. Pantera was a band, yeah. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, we were in the water. Shit. Hold on. Man, if I could find that, you'll love it. Wow, where is it? Yeah. Pantera's a beautiful boat. Poker run. Okay. Wow, there it is. Oh my God. Give me a second, guys. Poker run. Poker run, it's called, okay? Find it. You'll love it. No, I can't. Oh well. Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay, I found it. I found the. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, check it out. This is my best friend's boat. This is like my brother. No suit in the pic. Nice suit in the pic. Oh, thank you. So this was us in South Florida. Check it out. This boat was crazy. The footprint we have left somewhere is probably the way you get information. Poker runs are great. Oh my God. Yeah, you want to see the boat? I'll show you the boat. I've been on this boat 100 times. I used to fly from Newark Airport, $130 round trip with a backpack. We got pulled over on the water. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Here, I'm going to show you the boat we used to ride in. Give me a second here. This is a poker run in South Florida. The point is this: the government tried to make a boat better than this. Hold on a minute.
Now we're closing in on Joe and Tammy Denise in their 36 Pantera, powered by Mercury Racing 525s. While the engines may be pretty much standard issue in the world of performance boating, this hull is extremely rare. There's only been a few of these 36 V-bottoms built by the Miami-based Nunez family, and Joe has certainly put this hull to the test, running several FPC poker runs with no problems and no complaints. Maybe it's time for Pantera to put a few more of these 36s on the poker run circuit. To see how it just changes everything. You can breathe again, wondering what it's like. Driving me down when you see all around the doors.
ALV, you may remember me being on that boat. I'm not sure. But so that's my best friend. He's like my brother. So we used to go on the poker runs, and that was in Fort Lauderdale. So wow, it was crazy. You see that boat? That was a 36-foot boat. The Nunez family built it. Nunez was I don't know if that's all available online, but they were drug runners, and they used to build these boats to run the drugs. And then the Nunez family was hired by the government to build better boats, and that's how that went. So I got to tell you a quick story. We were on that boat. Now we were on that boat. Oh my God, this is crazy. We were on that boat. We get into the water, and we get pulled over. They come behind us. The Florida Coast Guard, I guess it is, whatever they use down there. But man, they came up. They threw a something to our boat that connected theirs so that we couldn't get away, right? And they pulled us over to an area where they check you, they dock you, they dock you, and they check you. Now, I'm probably on probation at that time, maybe even parole. I don't even know. Anyway, I go there, and I know I still have a record. I don't know if I was, I know I definitely still had a record. So I go there, we go there, they pull us over, and now the cops in Florida, they wear those hats, they wear the hats, and they don't fuck around down there. They pull us over, and Joe may have been carrying at that time. I don't know. First thing they asked is there anything you need to tell me? Is there anything you need to tell us? Before we run your record, do you have a record? Have you been incarcerated? Are you on probation? Do you have a felony conviction? Now, here's me. I don't know what to say. Do I lie? Do I say I've never, do I say I've never had a run in with the law? And then they find it in the computer and then I'm fucked? Or do I say I do have issues with the law, probation, conviction, imprisonment, all of that stuff? And do I tell them that? And then they really suspect us. Well, I was stuck. I didn't know how to answer the question. Okay, I'll check it. Scarab's a great boat. So I didn't know how to answer the question. I didn't have these Florida cops, they're no joke. So he asked if you have a conviction, is there anything in the system? And I didn't know how to answer. He really caught me off guard. I know, but Gianni, if I lie and I say, no, I have no issues with the law, and they go into the computer and they find all my record, I'm fucked. They're going to search the boat. It's going to be a mess. So I said no. I don't have any. I have nothing. And I don't know if he did a record check right there or it didn't come up or he only did the state of Florida, not a national database. Had he done a national database search, he would have found he would have found all my legal stuff. Yeah, and if they do a national, he might have done a local search. He might have done a Florida state search. Had he done a national search, all my shit would have come up, right? My arrest and prison, all of that. So I said, no, I don't have anything. He said, okay, are you carrying? And do you have any coca? If you have personal use cocaine in the boat, we're not going to bother you. But if we're good, if you have more, you're going to have an issue. We said, no, we don't have anything. I wasn't doing coke. Well, I didn't do coke. So he asked if we had coke on there. He asked if we had guns, and he asked if we had records. We both said no. We both have records, but we both said no. We took a shot. Neither of us had a Florida conviction or arrest. So I know it might, but it was Florida police. It might not have been. I don't know what it was. Might have been local, Gianni. So be that as it may, he did make us get out of the boat, and he sent dogs in the boat to search for drugs and guns. I guess for guns. Came back clean, and we went about our business. I wasn't in Florida 1 hour. 1 hour. My first time out of New Jersey since, all the shit that happened to me. And this is what happens to me. We get pulled over in the middle of the fucking ocean over there. They pulled us over, and then, anyway, we got through it. So the point is, with that boat, this, I don't even know what year it was. I don't even know. I have to go back in. It's a while back. I was not expunged yet. I know that. Man. I know I was not expunged. I wasn't on parole or probation, but I know I wasn't expunged. Drugs, guns. Okay, they sent the dogs in. Yeah. Yeah, I guess 90s. I will guess 90s. I think so. I'd have to really look back at what year. I don't know. I don't know. 90s, I was incarcerated for a little bit. Took a pinch in the 90s. But, So be that as it may, you move. My point is this. Anybody can find out anything about anybody. And when something is made, somebody can make something to break it. My point about the boat was, not to get into all that other story, the point about the boat was that somebody else can make a better boat. The feds made a boat. The Nunez family made a better boat to run drugs. The feds made another boat. The Nunez family made another boat. And the Nunez got caught, got pinched, was incarcerated. And then he was hired by the government while he was incarcerated to get a lighter sentence to build and design boats for the government. Very interesting. I don't know if it's an illegal search when you're out on those waters. So, I don't know, but they searched us. You lived on the coast, so they must have done a local search on us, not a national search. Like I said, had they done a national search, it might have come much different. The situation might have turned, but I felt the need not to tell them because it was that intimidating. I got to be honest with you. Florida police are no joke. They don't give a fuck down there. Coastal waters. Okay, Weingild. Yeah, so they searched us. They sent the dogs right in. Yeah, Ralph, those boats were made specifically to run drugs. That's correct. That family made boats for running drugs. That's correct. And every time he built it, because the drug smugglers have tons of dollars, millions and millions. So they're trying to pay these guys to make boats to get them across the coast to the other coast as quickly as possible. Yeah, 100%, Ralphie. Yeah, no doubt. And my friend bought it. My friend bought one of the boats. As you can see, the 36-foot Pantera. That was a drug runner boat. And he bought that boat for $190,000. Yeah, 100%. I am saying that. Yeah, Ralphie, definitely. Guys, I've been around everything. I've seen everything. There's nothing much that I haven't seen. Go fast boats. I guess, well, that was a look how fast this boat's going. Check this out. Look in the water. This is going across. This might be the Gulf of Mexico, if I remember correctly. But look how fast this boat is actually going. I'm going to rewind it again. Now, Joe, who's on the boat, is my brother. We basically talk all day, every day. That's like my twin brother. We are. So watch how fast this boat is going. Just so you know, Ralph, check it out. Check how fast this boat is going. And yes, the guy used to build these boats to run the drugs this quick across the coast. They put so much money into these boats, they don't care if the boat got destroyed. As long as they got the stuff across the waters to land. Check it out. I'm going to show it one more time how fast this boat goes. And watch how my friend is working the. Watch it. My friend knows how to drive the boats. So watch how he's working the arm thing. Check this out. Watch this one more time.
It's gonna happen to you anyway. Now we're closing in on Joe and Tammy Denise in their 36 Pantera, powered by Mercury Racing 525s. While the engines may be pretty much standard issue in the world of performance boating, this hull is extremely rare. There's only been a few of these 36 V-bottoms built by the Miami-based Nunez family, and Joe has certainly put this hull to the test, running several FPC poker runs with no problems and no complaints. Maybe it's time for Pantera to put a few more of these 36s on the poker run circuit. You have to see how it just changes everything. You can breathe again, wondering what it's like. Driving me down when you see all around the consequences.
It is wild. I got sick on that boat. I actually got a little seasick on that boat. They come through the canals, yeah. I think it's to do with maritime law. You're right. Cold Skull, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Let me see the text you sent me. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. 39, huh? 39 Scarab. Holy shit. So my friend Joe's boat has 1100 horsepower in it. I mean, isn't it crazy? You see how fast it was going? I got sick. I got seasick on there. I don't know why they call it a poker run. That was South Florida. The Nunez family from Miami built that boat. My friend was doing well, very well at that time. So I bought that boat. I think it was 189 or 190,000, and then the bottom fell out on a lot of us. But life fell apart for a lot of us. So all of that partying, all that shit ended. We lived pretty good. We had some good times, man. Well. He would keep it at the marina. He lived in a condo on Fort Lauderdale Beach, so he would keep it at the marina. We would call the marina and say, "Drop it." Yeah, I got seasick. He would call the marina, say, "Drop the boat, start it up, have it ready." We would go to the marina. The boat's ready to go. We just would roll out. I think there might be a startup video of it. Hold on. If you want to hear it start, check this out. I'm serious when I say that they really did use these boats. Give me a second. Let me see. Because I'm going to go after this. Let's see. One minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to try and show you the startup of the Pantera H2 Ho. Named it H2 Ho. Can you imagine that? Hold on, I'm going to do this and I'm out of here, guys. You want to see the startup of this boat? Check it out. Is this boring? Am I wasting your time here? I got sick, Ant. No doubt about it. Yeah, twin 502s. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's what this has. Twin 510s, I think. 505s, whatever it was. That's flying. I know. It's crazy. But it's interesting. All right, I'm going to do this real quick. You get the start up. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. So before we would go out, they would start the boat up and have it ready. He would check all the gauges. I guess that guy worked for Pantera. My friend would call ahead and he would check all the gauges, start the motors up. And when we went to the boat, boom, we got in the boat and we just went. Or him. I wasn't there all the time. I would go maybe 2 weekends out of the year. I'm sorry, 2 weekends out of the month. It means panther. Yeah, the Nunez family. It means pantera. It means panther in Spanish. Yeah. So that's why the Nunez family built the Pantera boats. Anyway, guys, that was nonsense talk this morning. I thought it might be a little. Don, you're right. It's a very serious thing going. Oh God. And I got sick, see no evil. I can't. I couldn't drive that boat. Did you see the way my friend was driving the boat? He knew exactly what he was doing. He had that thing sailing on the water beautifully. No, I couldn't do it. I could never drive it. The higher the nose out of the water, the quicker it goes. Oh, okay, Don. That's interesting. He knew how to drive it. I was just a passenger. I didn't know how to drive it. But I got sick on one of those runs. I got sick, man. And it's worse when you go in the cabin. Believe it or not, that thing is 36 feet. It has a full cabin underneath. They built some serious boats for running drugs, guys. Serious boats. We're doing the Miami Vice thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've seen some of them, Arlene. So I hope that was a little interesting, guys. I broke up. We spoke about something different. You never know what we're going to come up with on here. So what happened today was we opened up with just general conversation. We had our coffee. Somehow we got into the differences between the Facebook world and the YouTube world. We got into breaking identities. We got into criminals beating the system and doing better as things improve, which led to the boat conversations because the government tried to do better than the criminal, and the government cannot do better than the criminal. The government tried to put so many catches, I guess you could say, in there, and this guy kept building boats. So the point today was there's always a criminal or a way to break the system. Until you hire the criminal to break the criminal system. You follow me? Which leads to someone being a rat or a stool pigeon. So the way you break a criminal situation is to hire a criminal to help you break the criminal situation, which leads to one thing. Yeah, a little bit of everything, Ralphie. That's what I said. I don't come on with a topic. I just went with it, and it seemed to go good. I hope you guys did enjoy that. Well, it's dear to me. I had a lot of good times on that boat. I mean, we would have that was in a different part of my life. There's all various nuts and bolts to the life that we once lived, me and my friends, and we're still all very dear friends. But you know, we went from rags, most of us, to not riches, but doing okay, enjoying life, and we're all back down to where we started. Basically, we're all a little bit above where we started, and we're all good. We're humble about it. So yeah. So I hope this was a good show. One step in front of all the time. Yeah. 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 So without that guy being hired by the government to build boats that were better than the boats that he built, They would never be able to stop it. And that's when I'm serious. This is in the middle of all the drug stuff. Once the guy started building boats, the Coast Guard was more effective at stopping the transport. Believe me, I was there. I saw it. I saw it happen in front of my eyes, basically. The drug runners were running. The government hired the Nunez boys. They made boats. They had it. They had this talent. They made the boats to. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't share all of this stuff with everybody, guys, but I could speak in depth about so many different things. But I just keep it general. We have a good time. Like I said, my show is not about anything specific. But you want to get into some nuts and bolts of some aspects of life, we can really do that, guys. But anyway, be that as it may, I got to run. My meeting starts in 6 minutes. I got to change my. I'm not wearing this. You see, I want to explain something to you. So somebody once called tattoos, and I took it as an insult or a slander. Um, Inebriated indiscretions. Somebody called tattoos, getting tattoos, and Tommy, I think they made a movie about the guy. Oh, interesting. Nunez. Well, that's the family Nunez. I don't know what kind of research. I don't know what kind of stuff is on the Googles. I have no idea. I'm telling you from real life stuff. No. So, inebriated indiscretions is how some people label tattoos, right? Uh, so I do feel a little self-conscious about my tattoos. We spoke about this before on one of my shows. So I conduct meetings all day, and I do wear a long sleeve shirt. My tattoos are never showing in any of my meetings. I dress, I guess, a little. I guess you could say conservative. I'm not one of those assholes that say, "Well, I have tattoos, and you have to accept me." No, fuck that. I know what's right and what's wrong. And I should have listened to my mother. Never get a tattoo below the elbow. But anyway, I'm loaded with tattoos. What am I going to do? All right, guys. Paulie Clinton, I have to go to. Listen, guys, thank you. Thank you very much for being a part of the show today. I don't know if the show was any good. It could have been boring. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how many people stopped in. But conservative in business. So yeah, I am. I'm probably I'm probably liberal in some of my social ways, in some aspects, conservative in business, conservative in a lot of aspects of life, liberal in others. Yes, I'm a mix of everything. All right. So that's it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this little bullshit show that was absolutely about nothing. We touched on a few different topics this morning. When I don't come on with a topic, we go across the board. We go all over the place, and the conversation can go anywhere. I got 4 minutes to get into my next meeting. I got to go with a virtual background. I got to change my shirt. It's a whole big mess. But I'm liking my new setup. I got to go, guys. Ciao for now. I'll see you on the other 478 videos that I do post throughout the day. Gotta go. Tommy Stigs saying end broadcast. Thank you all.